And that's a poor kick, but no damage done along the line, as Aussie Jones was the target. Robert Walls.
And Hutto, just some interesting midfield matchups. Bartel is playing on Luke Ball, Kelly is playing on Del Santo, and Cameron Ling is on Harvey.
And just in the Geelong forward line, as expected, Stephen Baker picking up Ablett.
Otten's used his body well there to try and bring it down the front. Thompson went to ground. Nothing doing with Harvey and Bartel. As a change being made by the Saints this early stage, with Thompson going off, replaced by Goddard. There's Goddard just sneaking into the middle of this pack. As Darren Goldspink puts it into the turf. Otten's trying to protect the ball away from Kosicki down to Milburn. And Chapman pushing off Xavier Clark. It's a loose ball in the forward line. Who wants it? Goddard. And he links up well with Xavier Clark, and they keep on going. Clark again. Back to Fisher. Some hesitation now. The Cats have got back in numbers and manned up pretty well. Fisher had a long time hunting for Revolt. Speaking of Hunt, he's over the top. Johnson with the hands, not great. Here's Jones. He's kicked goals in the last 3 weeks. Back to Goddard. The Saints are lining up. Flying shot at goal is it marked on the line or not? McGough's kick was astray and through for a behind.
Just a couple of the Cats, the St Kilda attacking roles. The good thing about them is that they are not pressured into bombing the ball forward. They've got a nice composure about them, the Saints, in the early minutes of this game.
Hunt kicks in superbly. Corey, half-back for the Cats. Beautiful day for football. Loose as Milburn on the wing, can play on. Good attacking play. Short at Chapman. Xavier Clark's got the job on Paul Chapman this afternoon. Chapman getting on with it quickly. Kicks toward Kingsley, who marks on his chest deep in the pocket. Couple of early grabs to Kingsley. Ling, and he's got him in front of Fiora and Cameron Ling. The first real genuine opportunity for the Cats to kick a goal.
Boys, Kingsley and Fisher looks like the interesting matchup from a Geelong point of view. A bit more experience there.
Yes, actually, Kingsley went to the goal square, and King was the person who went on the lead initially, an early lead, and they went for the longer option to Kingsley.
So Ling kicks from 45 metres. It's hit the post. So a couple of opportunities for goals from the 40 to 45 metre range missed, and it's all locked up a point apiece here at the Dome.
Aussie Jones goes for Hudson. Kelly, a late arrival. Del Santo pushing forward, already finding plenty of it. The Cats surely will be wary of his sublime skills. He goes for Guerra. It was a good target. And good work from Enright to ensure the ball is over.
And just at the minute, St Kilda are happy to keep their half forwards and forward pocket plays well up the ground to give Nick Revolt a one-on-one chance, keeping the forward 50 completely open. Tom Harley, just you see him at the middle of the screen, just going off his man to go back and try and provide some support for his mate Scarlett. If the Saints get it into attack, and they're going to now. Penetrating handball from Thompson, worked it to Del Santo. Kelly out of his reaches, there's Revolt, but ducking back nicely. Here's Matthew Scarlett. He rediscovered his best form last week, and there he is teaming up with Tom Harley. And out wide, Gardner, who played his best game for the Cats last week.
Brings it back inside to Milburn. Getting a couple of early touches, Darren Milburn. Game number 149. He looked dangerous in towards his captain, and good play by the Saints. They did it extremely well through Andrew Thompson. Just forward to the centre of the ground. A couple of players out wide. Hayes, prolific last week, just slipped it allowed Enright to grasp him. Now a chance for Goddard, just arched the back. Got some time now at half forward. Chips to McGough. Johnson did very well getting across, marking at half back for the Cats.
And Johnson doing the job on Stephen Milne.
Milburn again involved. Attacking play. He's away to half forward, and out in front is Playfair of Maguire. Around him easily, but look out. Good tackle from Xavier Clark. Kick towards full forward, and Brad Otten. Oh, what a remarkable effort that was.
That Pisso was luck, because the kick wasn't intended to go there. Playfair got pulled off his kick, and he was trying to get an extra 20 metres on the kick. It was good tackle there, and as it turned out, you could see Maxie Hutchison heading back towards the goals where he thought the kick would go, and Ottens, who slipped, was able to get up onto his knees, and it's landed on his chest.
You've got to play in front, Rob.
You've got to play in front.
Well, Brad Otten's here, the first real chance for a goal, just 15 metres out. And he's coming in for his 11th goal of the season. 10 goals, 6 he's kicked. Shouldn't miss this. Comes in and pops it through. The Cats on the board at the Dome. So, good attacking play, and Rob playing on in the midfield. Good play from Milburn, who's done it a couple of times already.
Yes, and again, they're not being panicked, this Geelong team. They've had 17 marks. The Saints have just had 4, and they're just not being panicked. They're kicking it long to contest situations. Play fair, Steve likes to lead into the footy.
First points to Bomber Thompson and the Cats, who lead by that even goal. 1-1 to 1 point. King is in the ruck now after the Ottens goal. Del Santo again. And he goes again. He's pushing and prodding, trying to get it forward. In the end, overwhelmed by numbers. Good scrap out there.
And you mentioned Del Santo. He's already had 7 possessions for the game. He's gone into the middle of the ground at the centre square stoppages, but I believe maybe James Kelly may have the go-with role with him.
If so, they've made a change already. Kelly now on Aussie Jones in the middle of the ground as Ablett extracts that one down to Playfair. Maguire with him. Numbers were again with the Saints, but not necessarily prevailing, although Gardner tapped it straight to Clark. And the Saints get a bit of a let-off there. Again, over-possessing it. They're finding it hard to get a lot of run, clean run. Clark had a big problem until the ball came out. Ablett crashed to ground and a ball up.
And just at the minute, St Kilda have just restructured their forward line. Revolt's come out to centre-half forward, Garrick to full forward.
Have a look at those two, Steve. There's 2 muscle men. Hunt in the back pocket on Guerra. I'm sure Guerra's been told to go back and keep Hunt off the half-back line because he's the main kicker back there.
Hotton's tapping and then going and doing his own roving. Harvey couldn't get a handle on it. David Johnson certainly can. Barges through. Deserves a goal with that bit of play. His kick let him down.
Well, that's 3 kicks that have dropped short at goals. Really, the play should be doing better than that.
Well done by Hudson. Got it to Thompson. Now Hayes. Just backward of the wing. He kicks towards half forward. Oh, good mark taken by Enright. Stood his ground.
Steve, I reckon they don't get that distance on the kick because this ground is so slippery. Their footing's not strong.
Ablett to half forward. Out comes Kingsley. Fisher does pretty well initially. Kingsley went back. Oh, was he held without it? No. Kelly. Ling from a standing start. He's got a loose player. And Milburn being very good early.
I'll tell you what, that was great play by Milburn. Milburn could have gone to the open goal square, but he just had the vision to be able... Sorry, that was Ling had the vision. Could have gone long to the goal square, but just had the vision to see Milburn just to the right of him. That was a great kick.
It certainly was. Well, this will be a flying start to the Cats if Milburn can convert from 45 metres. Comes in. Oh, it's a beautiful kick. The Cats have 2. And good pressure up forward and good attacking play through the midfield.
Exactly, and they're controlling the footy at the moment, and they've been able to hit their targets. Just at the moment, they've had 19 marks to St Kilda 6, so they're controlling the footy and they're able to pinpoint their passes.
What the Saints wouldn't do for Aaron Hamill and Fraser Garrick for that matter. Geelong lead by 2. King palming and then going in after it again. Harvey, Ball all trying to get a handle on it. Ablett did get it out, and King doing some work on his hands and knees, but again it comes to Luke Ball. Off his left, goes searching for Revolt. As we said, he's been forced to come up out of the goal square.
Just Milburn who kicked that last goal, and Corey in picture. Corey is playing across half-back on Del Santo. But Robert Shaw, the Essendon assistant coach, who I respect so much, his opinion through the week was that players like Milburn, Enright and Corey are the unsung heroes with Geelong. And I think they are. I think he's spot on. They are a very strong team. They run deep in talent. They haven't got the so-called 5 or 6 individual stars that St Kilda has, but gee, they work really well and they combine well.
They're going to be tested today, that's for sure, up against the star-studded on-ballers from the Saints. Baker They've seen a lot of this so far. The Saints have had nowhere to go off half-back. Geelong getting reward for hard work.
Whoa.
Kelly, there's a Geelong player played fair down, but he does well to box on. Corey and Jones over the top.
Yeah, just caught one from Lenny Hayes. I think it was.
Henry Playfair. He certainly moves round well as a centre-half forward. He's just got to hold his marks. Here it is there. Lenny Hayes has copped that. And Steve, I am sure this ground is that slippery that the players, you see when a player comes in to tackle, he's just standing back a couple of metres, corralling rather than attacking because the footing isn't all that sure.
Well, you were on the ground, Rob. Was it slippery?
It was, definitely.
Milburn, fantastic knock to advantage. Corey into the leading Kingsley. Chapman, here he goes. Chapman off the right. It comes back and goes through. Oh, what a danger man he's been. And Paul Chapman, one of the most accomplished small forwards in the business now.
Well, they've got two of the best, haven't they? Chapman is probably the unsung hero, but they've also got Ablett up there. And Chapman, he's just such a great kick for goal, Rob.
That's his 13th goal for the year, Steve. And Ablett and Chapman, not only are they dangerous because they kick goals and they're unselfish, they set them up. The other great strength of the two of them is they lock the ball in the Geelong forward line. They really work hard to put the tackles and the blocks, the chases, the one percenters. They work extremely hard, and their coach would just love them for that because they're not just one-way players. And Grant Thomas in picture, he's got a few worries because Geelong have got off to a fly.
Cats inside 50 8 times. The Saints just 4. Now a chance for Ling. Scrambles a kick towards half forward. Here he is again, Chapman. Couldn't hold his feet that time. Raphael Clark now with some time seemingly at halfback. Thompson. Now ball. And they switch play effectively, St Kilda. Jones's mark between halfback and wing. Getting on with it quickly. Ball. Got it back. Revolt on a long lead. Good hands in the second attempt. Getting some treatment from Scarlett, who he's called to play on now. Perhaps a little overzealous. Now a chance for the Cats. Kelly. Bartell handball was loose. Gardner had to really work. And it allowed the Saints in through Ackland, and they tie it up on centre wing. Leading possession winners on the ground. Nick Del Santo with 7. Luke Ball with 6. And Ottens, Johnson, Milburn all with 5 possessions apiece.
Aussie Jones, just the bottom of the screen there he is. He's off.
That is a worry. That is a real worry. We'll keep an eye on it, but if Aussie Jones is gone, that is the playmaker off halfback.
Peckett towards half forward. Rebound, another contest. Big mark this time.
Tell you what, he's been wonderful. He's got off Scarlett on 3 or 4 occasions. Matty Scarlett's very quick, but Nick Revolt is super quick.
This is where they may present a problem for the Saints because they've got no one tall inside attacking 50. So he's forced to kick wide, Revolt, towards the leader, Guerra. Hard up against the line. Don't know quite what he was trying to do there, Brent Guerra, but the pressure comes from the Cat defence, and eventually it is over the line, rugby style. No, there's a free kick. So perhaps a lucky one there, and Josh Hunt is livid with the umpire.
Just saw a shot of Fiora and Harley in the goal square. Fiora is the second tall in that St Kilda forward line. I think Grant Thomas has got to put Kazitsky up forward. There's Tom Harley, centre half back, much bigger than his opponent. I reckon the coach has got to put Kazitsky into the forward line and bring Ackland on and have him play in the ruck.
So Brent Guerra, as you can see, hard up against the fence. A difficult opportunity from 45 metres to the left boot. Tries to bring it back. And Geelong defence are able to force it through. So second behind to the Saints. The margin, though, they face is 17 points. The Cats been more impressive early here at the Telstra Dome.
Aussie Jones straight up the race, boys. It looks like a right Achilles or ankle at this stage.
Hunt finds his man, Bartelli. Better watch out. He's gone.
Gee, that was terribly slow. Bad awareness. Now Bartel saying to his mates, you should have called out. You should have told me the danger I was in. No excuse for that.
The lasso out from Brent Guerra, and now he gets the shot for goal.
Saints have Ackland on the field. And Kazitsky is the man they need to send forward because Rewalt cannot carry this forward line by himself. In the absence of Hamill and Gehrig, he needs extra support as far as height goes.
A lot of pressure on this man this afternoon. They need goals from him. He's kicked a goal in each of the last 3 games, and he's got one there. So the Saints finally on the board with a goal, and that will make them feel a lot better. Geelong 19, St Kilda 8.
Well, it's great play, and there's the tackle. Well, you just can't wander out of your back half taking 3 or 4 slow steps and expect not to get tackled. But well done, Guerra, and he is a lovely kick for goal.
Absolutely spot on there, Sauce. He just waltzed out of the back line, did Jimmy Bartell, cost his team a goal. And there's the Geelong full forward area. Ottens has gone down to full forward. Stephen King into the ruck. Maxie Hudgson's giving away about 8 centimetres on Ottens.
Back in the centre, knocked forward by Corey towards centre half forward. Baker's going back. Out comes Chapman. Well done, Baker. Kept his hands free. It was clever. Handball to Xavier Clark. Now to brother Raphael. All dangerous handball inside to Hayes. He's under pressure. Outnumbered the Saints. And I reckon a touch lucky to get the free kick. At right half back. Lenny Hayes.
And the Saints have finally put Kosicki at full forward on Harley. We'll get a shot of that soon.
27 possessions last week against the Magpies. Kick to half forward. Revolt up in front at the back. Oh, chance here for Luke Ball. He can run to 50. Has one bounce. A second. Runs to 35. Kick a goal, Luke. He wants to handball to Guerra. Guerra left foot snap is good. Saints have their second. He looked in two minds there for a moment.
Well, he did.
Ball, but he did get it across to Guerra.
Just watch Nick Revolt. He crashed that pack. Now, he could be going out there tentative today. Great play by Luke Ball, no doubt about that. Gets it across to Guerra. But Nick Revolt, you've got to take your hat off to him. He's gone out 110%, having a crack at everything.
And there's that move that we were talking about. Kosicki to the goal square. That keeps Tom Harley honest. And the Geelong coach has benched Jimmy Bartell for that goal that he gave away, and it's just so important because all of a sudden they're 3 goals to nothing Geelong. One mistake and it can turn so quickly. Now it's 3 goals to 2.
Stephen King off the ground as well. Cameron Mooney's come on for the Cats, playing a floating role at the moment. Alton's in the ruck. There he is. Looks like Mooney's going to be the ruckman around the ground. Alton's going back into attack. He left that one behind though. The Cats trying to get a mismatch, but beautiful pass onto the wing and lovely grab from Fiora. And now 50 against Josh Hunt. Well, and the Saints could be in front here.
Just ridiculous by Josh Hunt. It was a wonderful mark taken by Fiora, and why Hunt would then just pick him up and throw him into the ground. Have a look at it. Super mark. It's got to be a 50-metre penalty. What are you thinking about, young fella?
So Aaron Fiora.
And Hutto, yeah, if this is a goal, it means that 2 of St Kilda's 3 goals have come from just errors by young Cats.
Kicked 8 goals so far for the year, which is equal to his previous best in all that time at Richmond, and he's put them in front. So a slow start from the Saints, but they've kicked the last 3 and now put their nose in front.
Well, just have a look at it here. The one-handed mark, well, undisciplined. You give your opposition team an easy crack at goal. Fiora, a very good kick. That hurts.
Mark Thompson has got some concerns.
Yeah, he's got Ottens in the ruck. After this ruck contest, Ottens will go forward, and Mooney's standing at centre half back by himself. He'll become the ruckman.
Everything going St Kilda's way at the moment.
Revolt out to centre half forward. Harley picking him up.
Since the Chapman goal, Geelong's 3rd goal, St Kilda have dominated possessions. Now 19-4. Sweeps the handball out wide to Zachlin, to Hudgston, towards Revolt. And he couldn't quite get there, but he gathers at ground level. Numbers though with the Cats. A chance here for Enright. Goddard not going at him, so it allows Enright just to kick towards half forward. Thurley on the ground, couldn't control it. A couple of young guns there. Raphael Clark, Ackland, little undecided. The size just a bomb away towards half forward. Kosicki in the pack. Umpire says play on. David Johnson now mopping up for the Cats. And gee, that was a short kick. It travelled about 2 metres. Milburn put him under the pump. Now
Thanks very
Scarlett. And he chips out wide. Riccardi in the back pocket. Measures the kick out wide to Cameron Ling. And a chance here for the Cats as Ling has it at half-back. Gee, that's a poor kick, although eventually it gets to Shannon Burns. Otten's not doing too much there. Look out. He's in real trouble, Brad Ottens.
He's got tackled high. He's lucky to get out of that. Very lucky. But again, it's a case
And
of
50 metres, Rob, as the St Kilda players went on. And that's where the 50 metres, I reckon, is a question mark, because it's a question mark as to whether, in fact, the St Kilda players were aware.
Yeah, Shannon Burns got hurt in that tackle too. The Geelong speedster who started on the interchange bench.
So Brad Ottens, now 2 critical 50 metres given away initially by Josh Hunt, which resulted in a Fiora goal, and now this one. Brad Ottens kicking for his second, his 12th for the season, and an opportunity to put the Cats back in front. He's been pretty good early, Steve, Brad Ottens.
Well, he's had 5 disposals and 3 marks, and he's got the chance, as you said, Chris Ode, to kick his second goal.
So Brad Ottens from 45 metres. Drop punch, pretty good. He's kicked it. The Cats back in front. And again, perhaps a little lucky that time, the Cats with the benefit of a 50-metre penalty.
Well, yes, this is where Shannon Burns gets hit off the ball. Good hip and shoulder, and Brad Ottens can consider himself a little lucky. He did duck his head. The St Kilda boys went to clear the ball, not knowing the whistle had gone. 50-metre penalty, slots his second through.
Still no sign from the rooms, boys, on Aussie Jones. He reached for that right Achilles straight away. No return to the bench at this stage.
And you can see Mooney dropping back in front of Riewoldt to help out Harley, who's got him now. Ottens will do the centre bounce ruck work. After that, he'll push forward as they're full forward virtually. Mooney will become the around-the-ground ruckman.
And Mooney, of course, will be very careful not to hurt Riewoldt as well, Rob, won't he? Because he's a nice, friendly sort of fella.
Oh, the big hairy cat is like that, Hutto.
Here's Hayes off half-back, using Fisher, and now out wide. Finds Peckett, who's enjoyed a renaissance. In fact, this season, he's averaging 16.2 possessions a game. And his best ever season, he averaged 16.48. So he's almost on career best form. And it's great to see in his twilight years as a footballer. Somehow, Riewoldt's taken a mark in the middle of all that. It's an extraordinary grab. He goes long. Harvey, an unlikely marking target. He almost pulled it down. Here's Ablett to switch. Oh, Kingsley's going to be good. Fisher read it beautifully.
It was just a very risky kick by Gary Ablett. He should have headed to the boundary line. Instead, he kept it in that centre corridor, and they are going to pay the price. At times, Steve, you just got to play the percentages.
Well, you're taught as a young kid, if you're under pressure too, Rob, just thump the ball, get it out of there. That one was a pinpoint, or try to get a pinpoint pass inside the back 50.
Cats are restructuring meantime. Big Stephen King's coming back on, but all eyes on Fisher, and it does come back. Boy, was it touched. Mooney says it was. The umpire says it wasn't. Saints ahead. So the Saints back to a 1-point lead.
And here's Gary Ablett.
Well, he was under pressure, wasn't he, Rob? A good clearing kick, 60-metre clearing kick would have been sufficient.
He just tried to be a bit too precise when he didn't have enough time and space to do that.
Aussie Jones has returned, boys. He's got his right foot in a big bandage and he's got a runner on, so it looks like he'll take no further part in the game.
Gee, bad news for the Saints. Thanks, Andy. Out of the centre. Chance for St Kilda now. Sando hacks it forward. Out comes Harley. Decides to play on. Good attacking play from Tom Harley. Kick towards half forward. Gardner couldn't control an awkward football. Now a chance for Clark. Well done. Good chase throw from Gardner. Clark was up to it. Now has time to measure the kick, and Harvey had to sit and wait. He did it effectively in front of Milburn, the dual Brownlow medalist. Amongst the possessions last week against the Magpies, beautifully weighted kick. McGough onto Del Sando. Good chase from Scarlett. He got the handball clear. Riewoldt, can he control it all? Burns comes in hard, but Riewoldt has to fight a couple off. Ball in dispute. Now it comes out. Still with the Saints. McGough gave it straight up to Milburn. And now a chance for Enright. Chapman, good overflow, good running by Riccardi, although brilliantly done by Fiora. Dispossessed him. Well done, Aaron Fiora. Handball inside to Hayes. The pressure's immense. Del Santo couldn't get the handball out. Fiora went on hands and knees. Hayes dispossessed. Now Milburn. Gee, it's tight and tough. The Cats, look out, Paul Chapman. You're gone. Great chase down by Brett Voss.
And again, Chapman abusing Ablett for not telling him he was hot.
Rebound's clear and easily takes the mark. Miscommunication by the Geelong defence there. I don't know how Rebound got clear.
No, well, that's just pressure. The the St Kilda defenders were just working so hard to keep the ball inside that forward 50.
That's a high tackle on
high
Revolt.
tackle. They're
Really,
testing him out. But Revolt's taken 5 marks this quarter.
And there you see the rundown. Fantastic pressure applied by the St Kilda forwards, and that's the second time that we've seen that.
They just didn't have any time.
Well, he went back to have the kick and Revolt still managed to get clear easily, and he needs to convert, and he walks back nonchalantly because he's threaded it straight through. So Nick Revolt, boy, he's being tested out by the Geelong defence. Gets up, trying to catch a breath or two. He looks pretty satisfied, though, as he looks at the scoreboard.
Well, just watch Nick Del Santo there could have succumbed to that tackle, but he actually took the tackler on, virtually bumped the guy that was going to tackle, but it's this chase here, sets up the goal. Fantastic play.
So twice in a quarter now, forward pressure from the St Kilda forwards resulted in goals. Up high, Ackland. Harvey, back to Ackland. Is there a chance again before quarter time? Revolt couldn't mark that time. Harley, McGough, brilliant blind turn. Now Goddard, close to quarter time, and there it is. Revolt's taken the mark, but the siren already sounded. So at quarter time, it's a 7-point advantage to St Kilda, 5-2-32. The Cats 4-1-25 after the Cats led in the early stages by 3 goals.
Well, we haven't been let down, have we? It is a really entertaining game, fast-flowing, played on a slippery surface. Revolt is back in style, up forward. And Geelong, they were able to get the first 3 goals on the board, and then they really didn't help themselves. Some of their own errors, in fact, by my reckoning, 4 Geelong errors have resulted in St Kilda goals, and good on the Saints. They made the most of their opportunities. Some of their running down of Geelong defenders was absolutely sensational.
They're going to be a man down now, the Saints, by the look of it. Aussie Jones injured, Mark Thompson with some work to do. St Kilda lead by 7 at the Telstra Dome.
Today, the Dockers put their home ground reputation on the line as they host Collingwood live at 4 p.m. from Subiaco Oval.
Terrific finish!
With both teams desperate to stay in touch with the AFL pay centres, this game is guaranteed to rock the house on Mother's Day.
Oh, yes, indeed!
Catch all the action with the game's top commentary crew and press red to go Fox Footy Active. Dockers and Pies, live at 4. Then the Winners Weekend Wrap, followed by the Power and Kangaroos, then Hawks and Eagles.
You get more for your dollar at Bunnings Warehouse every day. 4-pack energy-saving globes, only $9.98. Assorted Azito tools, a low $29.95 each. Aluminium work platform, just $59. British 4-litre in-colour interior acrylic, great value at $49.80. 2-kilo lawn repair kit, only $9.98. HPM power boards, pack of 2, just $7.50. Combination spanners, $1 each.
Bunnings Warehouse.
Lowest prices are just the beginning.
What have you guys got to say about the rumour you're prepared to swap Goodwin for Tredrea?
That's absolutely true.
The official AFL collector cards are here. Get the advertiser every day for your card tokens and start collecting.
Oh, brilliant stuff for a goal. On the 50, lines up and kicks a wonderful goal.
You ever notice how something always interrupts you right at the most exciting part of the action? Now you can rewind live TV and see what you missed using Foxtel IQ. Pause and rewind live TV. Record 2 programs at the same time. Can your TV do that? You bet. It's Foxtel IQ, the smartest thing to ever happen to your TV. Hey, did I miss anything? Call 131 999 now or visit selected Myer stores.
Last week on The Gospel.
What actor would play you in a movie? And David Teague had Brad Pitt.
You fancy yourself a bit as an actor, though?
No, I don't. Yeah, you do.
You do.
Got no ambition.
Brownie, you know very well.
He does. This is a bit of an Owen Wilson type.
That's The Gospel, Friday on Fox Footy Channel.
Seven of the last 9 goals to the Saints, and they've taken control here at the Telstra Dome. King, McGough uses ball, who just chips out wide. Good run provided by Thompson. They've got to hold them up here, Geelong. Got to stem the flow. Stay in the game. Thompson now kicks across the ground. Well done. Good courage displayed by Kelly, who finds it at ground level. Well played, James Kelly. Kick on the outside of the boot is effective. Now, what's happened here? It's coming back. Not quite sure about that. Geelong fans screaming that it should have been allowed to go with advantage. And Cameron Mooney's got it now. Right half back. Not too much on, so he goes back to Harley. Wasn't 15, so he's forced to handle out wide to King. He's under pressure. Got to get around a couple. Concedes ground back to Mooney. Not much on offer at the moment for the Cats. Mooney trying to direct traffic as he kicks towards the wing. Shannon Burns couldn't quite hold on, but he lit the free kick for a high tackle. He's away. Geelong fans love it. Long towards half forward. Milburn going back. Almost a great mark taken there by Maguire. And pressure. Ablett. Can he get through? No, he's stripped of the football, and eventually we get a bounce. No, it's a free kick to St Kilda out of all that.
50.
Oh, dear me.
Who's that umpire there, Worsey?
That's umpire Goldspeak. He'll take control. Don't you worry about that.
Was the free kick there, Rob, in the initial stages?
I don't know. I'd like to have another look at it.
Let's have a look at it.
It was in the back, he says, here.
Well, that's not a free kick.
It's not a free kick. It's just a wrap-up.
And now the Saints have the benefit of a 50-metre penalty.
11-4 the free kick count. Of course, that doesn't mean anything. Here's Clark on the wing. Game certainly hotting up, but the Saints are dominating really in play. Deserve perhaps to be further ahead.
Milner's snuck on the ground.
McGough. And there he is. Milner's going to take the mark. Good protection for him. And Stephen Milner chance to really give the Saints the edge
You
here.
know the worst thing about that? Stephen Milner came on the ground. Stephen King saw him, and I believe Brad Otten saw him. Not one of them actually pointed or voiced to one of their teammates that he'd snuck on the ground.
And they're two of your senior players, and you've just got to give direction out there.
This will be 8 goals to 2 since the Cats kicked the first 3. The Saints are now flying. Stephen Milne joins the goal-kicking list, and the Saints 8-6, the Cats 5-2.
Well, they've just dominated this quarter, the Saints, and again, it's all coming from the midfield. Midfield players well on top, and Stephen King has just been taken off.
Just adding to St Kilda's woes, Robert Harvey's gone up into the room, seemed to be complaining about a right nick on his thigh. I'll get back to you when I know exactly what that is.
Milburn scrambles it forward. Chance for Baker. Good tackle from Burns. Now ball spills out wide. Chance for Thurling. Good tackle from Boyd. Just sat on him and waited for him to pick it up. Kelly hard up against the line. Looping handball back towards Burns. Didn't want to go for it initially. Handball forward. Riccardi tried to spin out of trouble. Ablett, was that a push in the back? No, said the umpire. Play on's the call.
Gee, Geelong supporters are absolutely filthy. They reckon they're getting a raw deal.
Ablett was playing for the free kick then, though, Rob. I mean, they've just got to be more...
Well, he looked at the umpire, didn't he, when he thought he had the push in the back. Perhaps should have just good at trying to get the football out. Ball in dispute. Milburn. Riccardi fighting hard for the Cats, but St Kilda are up to it, and we'll get a bounce just the attacking side of the wing for the Cats.
And Rob, we mentioned early on, I just think St Kilda's tackling has been outstanding today.
And McGough, the former Magpie, he will love it hard in close.
Riccardi, so often this year, has been the one to set them alight, the Cats. Not so far this afternoon, and they need something, the Geelong side. They trail by 22 points, just over halfway through.
It's been a good even match-up, that one, hasn't it?
It has. Bartel and ball.
Well, again, the umpire's plucked out a free kick. And it's gone to the Saints. McGough.
Good chase.
Yeah, it was a great chase from Rottens in the end. The Saints, though, had the numbers. Pickett. He snookered for a while, but he gets clear into the pocket. Not a bad kick. Milne again. He's off. He's gone. And now, well, should have been holding the ball, really. I guess the umpire decided that he didn't have enough time once he played on.
I reckon Stephen Mill will be thinking that man in the green fluoro shirt will be coming out to get me off. He got benched after 5 minutes.
He took
he might go again.
It should have been a free kick.
Voss, he's going to get one. And that'll make the Cats fans happy.
Well, I have no doubt that Stephen Mill dropped the ball.
Well, I guess the umpire was saying that once he played on, he then had a chance.
You've still got to dispose of the ball correctly. Watch this.
Well, I think the umpire's... Well, that is the one. I mean, that is just a joke, really, that free kick. But anyway...
Ooh.
No, I don't think the umpires have been that bad until now, but that one is through the middle, and Brett Voss makes the most of it. .28 points the difference, and the Saints are really smashing the Cats, Rob.
Well, they are, and they've just been too ferocious for them in the midfield, and of course they've got lively forwards. Nick Riewoldt on the move. Voss has been hard and tough as a forward, and Milne has come on and had an immediate impact. And it's their midfield that's doing all the damage. McGough's done his bit when he's come off the bench.
And these are the two free kicks. The Stephen Mill one, which wasn't paid, does not get rid of the ball correctly. Should have been a free kick. And this one here, well, yes, may have been a bit high.
So back in the centre. This is a real test for the Cats now. Ackland decisively. Del Santo. Oh, what did he do there? Did he drop it? No. Burns shovels it out to Ling. Long towards half forward. In space. Chapman. Well done by Playfair. Hooked it over the back, but the only player there was Chapman. Good pressure from Ablett. Now a chance for Chapman. Ablett needs something mercurial. Shannon Burns in the pocket. Can run in and kick a goal for the Cats. And he misses. Gee, what an opportunity there. Just to try and inspire your teammates. And it was one behind only.
Yeah, and there's James Kelly and Goddard going head-to-head. Goddard is pushing to full forward every now and again to try to take Kelly out of the midfield.
You can see the passion in the Geelong fans there. Let's get to Andy Marr.
It's actually Robert Harvey's right hamstring, Hutto. They're putting the tracksuit pants on. They've applied the ice. He doesn't look like he'll take any further part today.
So the Saints are 2 men down. So the Cats not out of this game, but you'd certainly think they were the way we're seeing general play and certainly on the scoreboard. The margin is 27. There's Ling and Enright combining. Ling, this is the man they need to get into the game. Riccardi has been so good in recent weeks. Chapman slipped the tackle, gave it to Kelly. Into the square. Kingsley's going to have a couple to beat, and he did.
He's marked that. I reckon the umpire said play on. The umpire said play on and then changed his mind.
Yeah, no doubt.
That is unbelievable. The umpire didn't pay the mark at first. Then he thought better about it. Now, is it a mark? Let's have a look. Well, did he get the first touch? He certainly got the second and third.
Well, Kingsley went to play on because initially the umpire did call play on. And he paid the mark. Anyway, Kingsley to slot it through and give the Cats a very, very valuable goal. And that reduces the margin back to 21. Well, Kingsley could have been penalised for manhandling, really, couldn't he?
You reckon that wasn't a badly needed goal?
It was good play from Kelly, though. He Had a couple of shorter options, but just decided to get it in as quickly as he could and at least gave Kingsley a chance in the goal square.
Just having a look at these two players, interchanged just now, Sauce. You got Luke Ball and Lenny Hayes. They have got a lot of work in front of them in the second half when you consider that Robert Harvey and Aussie Jones will not take any further place in the game.
And Rob, I was just going to make that point. You'd think Bomber Thompson would be highlighting that at half-time. Pressure is what's going to get Geelong through this game now, knowing that St Kilda have got too short on the bench.
Absolutely, and in this first and second quarter, the St Kilda midfield has dominated play. But with two of their running players off the field for the rest of the game, they've just got to hit in hard, and they could end up winning the third and fourth quarters, the Geelong midfield. That could swing the game.
Perhaps Brad Otten's a touch unlucky there. Corey up third man, but only as far as Voss. Now Peckett, the Saints away. Revolt on the lead. Oh, what a superb kick from Peckett. Hit him on the chest, lace out over 45 metres. And Nick Revolt, who has got a lot of the football, that's mark number 7, coming in for his 9th disposal, has kicked 1 goal too, but has certainly provided a target up there for the Saints in the absence of Gehrig and Hamill. He needed to, and he has.
Well, it's an important kick, this. Geelong worked so hard for their last goal. They get this one straight out of the middle, the Saints.
He comes in and kicks it beautifully. Revolt has 2. And it's disheartening, you're right, Steve, when you work so hard to get something on the board and then immediately the Saints are able to respond.
And it can deflate a team, and as you mentioned, they got a goal, Geelong, but straight out of the middle, St Kilda are able to get the ball out, straight down to Nick Revolt, goal.
And there's the 4 players on the bench for the Cats. They've got plenty of support ready and eager to come on, and that's the side that the Saints have got, just 2, Ball and Hayes, and the trainers working hard on the legs, because those legs will cover plenty of miles in this second half. They are down 2 players, St Kilda.
Another telling stat, marks inside 50 in this quarter, 6-1 in favour of the Saints.
And I'm really interested now, Rob, Brendan Goddard, who probably been a little bit slow in his football progress, has the chance to play a bit of midfield.
There's some hanging on there. Which way is it going? To St Kilda. And it goes to Ackland. Ling now with the job on Del Santo. Meantime, the ball flicked out to Fiora, who will honour the lead of Milne. Revolt comes and then comes again, but he's a bit too close now. He's going to have to double back. He's got nothing much on. Guerra leading back to the goal square. He's now called to play on. Hemmed in against the line. He goes for his captain. Revolt couldn't handle it. Thompson, McGough, tough for Guerra. Johnson versus Revolt, and well done by the Cats defence. They stood up pretty well. Corey, as the sea parts, kicks it onto the wing, one-on-one Chapman. Just broke off beautifully at the right time. Well, he's got Ling through the middle. He's got Kingsley deep, but he can't make it there with one kick, so he needs someone to link with. Still Ling pushes, and he'll have to go. Now he goes to Kelly and Playfair. Playfair marks Riccardi's his man here. Peter Riccardi, who's been so deadly over the years. Can he will it back? He can't. No point, Rob, it's rude.
Can he will it back? I thought you were trying to will it back, Hutto.
Wouldn't be so obvious, Hutto, if you took your Geelong jumper off. Del Santo from fullback, kicks in short, Goddard.
Got Peckett on further.
Out wide now, Fisher at half-back, delivers towards Peckett, that man Steve. Otten stands the mark. He's been called to play on by the umpire, so he chips over the top. Good lead provided by Milne. Got a bit of it since coming back onto the ground from outside 50. Won't make the distance. Kicks towards the goal square at the back end right. Good saving mark. Now he can play on. He's got Burns in 40 metres of territory at half-back. He can run Shannon Burns. One bounce. Good chase from Kazitsky. Confronted by Hayes, so forced to kick long. Kelly at the back and from the side. Del Santo missed the mark, but desperate stuff Del Santo. Prevented Kelly from getting away. Chapman, McGough in hard. Now Del Santo again. Burns had to stop and wait. Chapman, now Ling, loose player at half forward. Mark taken by Corey.
Corey has run from back pocket to forward pocket to receive there.
No one in the goal square.
Otten's in the square.
They'll just set it up on top of the square, give Ottens a fly.
Ottens leads. You should give it to him because he had to contend with a smaller opponent. He kicks to the goal square. Oh, big leap at the back by Cameron Mooney. But Fiora just runs it through for a rush behind. The Cat fans conveying their displeasure.
Let's go to Andy Marr.
They might have more troubles here, believe it or not, St Kilda. Xavier Clark, the physio, went out to him twice before he came off. He's come off the ground complaining of right hamstring soreness, so they're working on him right now.
Lenny Hayes goes out wide. Oh, Ackland takes a wonderful grab. And so a minute to go, and another goal for the Saints here would be a massive blow for the Cats, or to the Cats, as Revolt the target. Not a great kick. Johnson taking to the line. He left the footy behind. Stephen Milne won't. Could have been a shove there on Voss. Well done by Rook. Gets it back to Enright. And he can use Corey through half back. Cats have got time just if they're clean with their possession. Milburn, who started this game very well. Kicks for Burns, who's been lively, but he couldn't get near that one. Goddard to ground, turned it over, and now Geelong have one last chance. Kingsley needs to compete. He did very well. His left foot is usually pretty deadly, and this is no exception to give them some hope going into the main break. Well played, Kent Kingsley.
He's one of those players who consistently gets his 2 or 3 goals a game. Goddard coughed that ball up, and it just gave Geelong an extra chance. He stayed down. Kent Kingsley dribbled it on the left boot, and that's a clever kick. He got the kick, he got the spin that he was anticipating. An important goal because that's the 3rd for the quarter for the Cats in a quarter that's been dominated by the Saints, who've kicked 5.
They've won their way back in the midfield, Rob. They've started to at least claw back and getting their fair share of midfield possessions. Burns, again, has been important in the last 10 minutes. Corey, confronted by Hayes. Somehow Hayes got it to McGough. Oh, he took a long time, McGough. He should be penalised, and is.
That was a 7:20.
And there it is, half-time. And the Saints, well, they got it out to a 28-point advantage in that second term, but a couple of late goals to the Cats, and they go into the long break, 19 points adrift.
Well, that last goal was such an important one, and Brendan Goddard needed to lock it in for St Kilda. It would have given them a 2-goal-to-5 quarter, and a quarter in which they had control in the midfield. They had dangerous forwards. That last goal just gives the Cats hope, and of course their coach will be stressing that the Saints are 2 players down. They have to hit them hard, and they are every chance to come back into this game.
19 points the difference.
Can't catch every game? Then watch The Winners.
We'll recap on everything you need to know on every game.
Tonight from 7:30, get all the highlights, stats and post-match reaction from every game with this week's host, Jim Wilson.
It's footy's ultimate wrap.
The Winners, tonight at 7:30 p.m. local on Fox Footy Channel.
All good, mate.
Go Harvey Norman for massive cashbacks on reverse cycle split system air conditioners. Receive up to $300 cashback for a limited time. This Mitsubishi 8 kilowatt split system is yours for a low $14.99 after cashback. We have a huge range of famous brands, so hurry in and find the model you need at a price you can afford. Reverse cycle air conditioning is efficient and economical for winter warmth. Up to $300 cashback on reverse cycle split system air conditioning now at Harvey Norman.
Leaks gives it everything.
You ever notice how all the best shows are on at the same time? Sport, Discovery. Sport, Discovery. Fellas. Now you can record 2 shows at once using Foxtel IQ. Sport and the Discovery Channel at the same time. You can even pause and rewind live TV. Can your TV do that? You bet. It's Foxtel IQ, the smartest thing to ever happen to your TV. Sport discovery. Sport discovery. Call 131 999 now or visit selected Myer stores.
Wednesday, in part 2 of his exclusive Fox Footy feature interview with Stephen Kernahan, Robert Walls discovers how the then Carlton skipper handled some difficult times.
I didn't support anyone, I supported the Carlton Footy Club.
And criticism from the press.
That was pretty personal, a lot of people. Too old, too slow.
Until finally, 8 years after his first flag, he led his beloved Blues to the 95 premiership.
I saw it as their last chance and nothing's going to get me away.
Part 2 of Return to Sender with Stephen Kernahan, Wednesday on Fox Footy Channel.
Here's underway. And straight away there's a free kick and it's going St Kilda's way.
Against Josh, who ran into the square.
Kazitsky takes it. And into the space, Revolt will fill it. He just couldn't bring the mark down. Hunt versus Milne. Milne does everything to keep the ball in. But he couldn't. And the ball is over and out as Milne and Hunt gets dug into each other.
I reckon Milne would be saying to Josh Hunt, you can't catch me no matter what. You can't catch me because I'm too quick for you. And he is. He is absolutely bullet-like. Once that ball got over the back of the pack and he sniffed a goal, look out.
King down to Ling. Not on the wing. Mooney under pressure. Scarlett just blasts away and there's all Saints there. Ackland made a meal of it. Enright looking for support, didn't get any initially, and his handball was really hopeful more than anything. Thompson put his body in the line.
Ling's in
Likewise, Del Santo, and now Ball. Little chip is pretty good. And Mill takes the mark. That's a big blow for the Cats. Ling maybe winded. He's just getting to his feet. Well, not really.
He's pretty tough.
He's had some back problems from all reports.
Oh, right on the hip. Good play by Andrew Thompson of St Kilda to go for that awkward ball.
Milne sets it up, doesn't go for goal. It'll favour Kazitsky. Oh, he read it beautifully, floating in from the side. And it was a pretty clever kick in the end.
It was. He just popped it up and Kazitsky's taken a contested mark. He's only taken 3 before the start of this game. Probably needs to do more of this, but gets a nice little block there by Nick Revolt, who just pulls out of the marking contest.
So Justin Kazitsky has had his problems in front of goal. His overall career record is pretty good, 39 goals, 22, but 2 goals, 5 this season. Shouldn't miss from there. To give the Saints the start they needed, and there's no problems at all for Justin Kazitsky. Back out to 25 points as we see the Thompson-Ling clash, and Ling is back on his feet.
And from the bounce, Enright tries to get it forward. Chance for Bartel. Caught and wrapped up again. The St Kilda tackling this afternoon has been ferocious.
Well, 2 of their tackles just stuck. Fantastic.
Brett Voss again, Steve. And Brett Voss, the old half-back flanker from Brisbane, enjoys playing forward, but he also enjoys putting body contact on the opposition.
Kazitsky got up high only as far as Bartel. And another bounce. Jimmy Bartel not going too far too quickly. King again, this time wins. Taken by Fiora. Ineffective kick. Chance for King, who just jams it onto the boot inside, attacking 50. Chapman almost. Clark fighting hard. Now again a chance for Chapman. He kicks it goalward into the pocket. Hudson does very well, and he works it cleverly over the line. Disguised it pretty well, did Max Hudson.
And Geelong have got 3 bigger players back near the goals. They're happy to have Chapman play at centre-half forward on Xavier Clark because they just think that with his extra strength he can out-body Clark. Clark did well to bring that ball to ground.
Kazitsky up high over the back. Ablett had his arm pinned by Baker, going nowhere, so the umpire calls for it.
Good play, Stephen Baker. Rob, he's just been on Ablett the whole day, not giving him any space.
Underrated player, Stephen Baker. Gets the tough jobs week in, week out. Finished in their top 8 in the best and fairest last year, so they obviously rate him down at Moorabbin.
Ottens takes it out, but handball straight to Del Santa, who finds the boundary line, gains about 45 metres. So a boundary throw in, right half forward for the Cats. They need a goal.
And Cameron Ling back on his feet. He's the number 1 disposals for Geelong with 14 in that first half.
King in front. Kaczynski reaching over the top ball. Handball in the direction of Fiora, who has to go back through the traffic and took them on and should be penalised and is. So Geelong free kick. Advantage paid to Enright. He runs to 30 and squeezes it home. The Cats get one back. And Corey Enright, some explosive stuff there across half forward, and great pressure on here by Chapman on Fiora. And Fiora wanted his left side, had to go back through the traffic, Steve, and that was his undoing.
Yes, and we just see the tackle there by Chapman. Enright got the fruits of his labour and slots it through.
Grant Thomas watching on, his Saints holding on by 19 at the moment. It's a goal each early in this third quarter. King beats Ackland, gets it down to Corey, who can send the Cats forward again. Playfair's going to leap. He was buffered off nicely by Maguire. Clark with the crumbs. Yes, good protection for him. And off the left by McGough. Yeah, collaborated nicely. Now some hesitation for Peckett. Made it tough here for Hayes, going nowhere fast. Clark, oh, you want to watch out. He does watch out. He got away, but McGough wasn't ready for it. Now it's a loose ball. Who wants it the most? That's the question. Free kick, and it goes to St Kilda.
There's some good signs there by Geelong. They had one-on-one, and Xavier Clark could not find an easy kick. Geelong forced them to play back into their back half.
Which is how they started the game.
Yeah, I reckon you're right, Stephen. I reckon that's the message from Bomber Thompson, the Geelong coach. It's got to be one-on-one all over the field.
Revolt in the middle of that pack. Thompson, now Riccardi, just rushing it on. Baker versus Ablett again. 4 Saints, they all left it behind. Ablett didn't. Burns, he will burn if he gets the chance. Milburn, it's an open square, centres it. Great kick. Stephen King should mark, and he does. It was like he was plucking grapes from the vine then, Stephen King.
I reckon he was singing to himself, Stephen King. He's got the short pass.
Oh, and it's over to Henry Playfair. Over the top. And Kingsley will kick a goal. Oh, they did it hard.
Gee, they made hard work of that.
A bit of emotion shown there by the spectators. They're getting into it.
Hutto, when that ball was kicked by Milburn, and it was a good kick to square it up to Stephen King, and we'll see it come up here pretty soon. Burns can't get onto his left foot, so he cuts back, gets a bit of time and space. King was able to give it to Playfair, who in turn gave it to Ken Kingsley, but Stephen King knew that Kaczynski was coming at him, threw the arms up, and it absolutely threw Kaczynski out. And there's Riccardi, the veteran winger, who they use off the bench very sparingly, and Bomber Thompson's realised, well, I better get him on, and he's probably going to play this entire second half on the wing on Del Santo at the moment.
Cats have kicked 3 of the last 4, and Hayes lost the football link. Now Riccardi, the man in question. High to half forward, loose player, Enright's been dominant. Looping handball to Johnson, who runs to 30 and kicks a behind. Gee, they needed that, the Cats, from 30 metres. David Johnson, it would have really inspired them. As it is, it's a behind, so the margin back to an even 2 goals.
And pressure, Rob. We talk about inside 50s. The Cats have had the last 4.
And no zone defence here by Geelong. They have gone one-on-one. One-on-one, you pick that up, Steve. And no doubt that's the message. One-on-one, pressure all over the field.
Back to a 2-goal ball game now at the Telstra Dome.
Have a look what it's done. It's actually stopped the St Kilda run out of their back half.
Play on's the call. Ball composed. And finds Kaczynski still inside defensive 50. Sun in the eyes. Looking for an option. Ling trying to wrap up. on Hayes. Clark got away, again flirting with danger, but he's got the pace. Ottens persists and puts some pressure on, but they've found a gap, and it's Peckett who waits for his old mate Thompson. And there's plenty of space to work in here for the Saints. Good delivery for half forward. Voss, who we've seen go forward sometimes this year. Del Santo.
Stupid football by Cameron Mooney. And that is just ridiculous stuff.
I don't think he actually really touched him, Rob. I watched him because I knew that the umpire would delay his look. And let's have another look at it. But I don't reckon Cameron Mooney really touched him. Del Santo.
But I reckon an unnecessary swing of the arm, elbow, fist, I don't know. Let's have a look at it. I just watched it and I thought there is no need. Del Santo, and he's gone after him. Just no need to do it in the climate in which AFL is played today. Umpires will penalise you, and he's got to be smarter than that.
So Ackland to convert, which he does, and it's a 3-goal ball game now.
If I read the coach's lips, I think he said,
please don't tell us.
Get so-and-so off. And let's have a look. I reckon the man in the green fluoro.
He's coming.
He's coming to put the hook round the neck.
Robert Scott.
So back in the centre, the Saints now kick 3 goals, 2 from free kicks. The Cats haven't kicked a score. Enright, ball, handball out wide. There's that man Del Santo. Always got plenty of time. Kicks it high. Revolt forced to spoil. Now a chance for Goddard. Hard up against the line. Mooney socket out on the full. Free kick to St Kilda. And now the umpire just conferring with the boundary umpire. And yes, there's a free kick to the Saints, and I think you'll find it came off the shin of Cameron Mooney as he attacked the football. Mark Thompson. Now let's have a close look at it, and there it is off the boot of Cameron Mooney. So a difficult opportunity here for Goddard. Geelong have applied plenty of pressure in the early stages of this quarter. Have got to keep it up. Goddard goes back 40 metres. Mark taken by Baker, who squares it up dangerously. Peckett's up to it. Good strong mark. Pressure from Bartel. Now he's a kick and a half from goal, Peckett.
So it's good to look down on a game and see this one-on-one.
Revolt provides the lead. Well done, Harley, right there with him. Corey has to go back very hard. Voss at the base of the pack. Now back with Corey. It's a hot football, and umpire Goldspink eventually calls for it.
Well, it's just great play by the St Kilda forwards, which enabled Nick Revolt to get some space. They all led one way and led up the ground, which left a little pocket that Revolt could lead into.
Ackland. Ling, little underground handball, only as far as Baker, who did very well to get around Ablett. Kick inside, attacking 50. Kaczynski, Scarlett spoiled effectively. Milburn's got to go. Oh, he's taken high, Riccardi. And the Cats out of trouble. Enright's short little kick is okay. Mark taken by Johnson.
Nothing doing immediately, so he goes along to this one-on-one. Ling used his strength on ball, but he's dropped it.
Well, that
and that is holding the ball. Now, that's a poor decision, but play on it is. Oh, Ablett confronted by Thompson, and he's just about out to it.
Now was the St Kilda tackling sensation. Luke Ball, Ling was gone. It was great play by Ling. Was able to push off him, but Ball got back onto him.
Ottens at centre-half forward. I don't like that. Too much space around him. They've got to get Ottens back in the goal square. He'll be run off there, particularly with Maxie Hudson.
Free kick again. It's against Stephen King, and it goes to Ackland.
I'll tell you what, Ablett was tough. He got hit down the face and immediately got up. He was hurting. Good on him.
Kaczynski the target this time. Voss is at the back. Clark at the front. Big Stephen King's got to go hard, and he did. And did it well, the captain. Got them going. In right through the middle. Burns skips away. Delivers for the leading Kingsley. Great stuff from Hunston. Back with the flight. Courageous stuff and well judged, more importantly.
And he just knew he was going to go back.
And that's why Ottens shouldn't be up at half forward where Maxie Hudson can run off him like that. Get Ottens in the goal square.
Over the top now, Hayes got it from McGough. Now Fisher. Back to McGough, good pressure from the Cats. He kicks to Raphael Clark. Enright couldn't quite get there. He overcommitted himself. Now Clark can run. Handball over the top, Kaczynski. Back to Clark from 50. He loads up, bombs away. Well done, Milburn. Knocked it through for a rush behind. So exciting stuff by the Saints there. Young Raphael Clark, as we look at the hit on Ablett by Thompson.
That hurt. He got up, and there you see Hudson coming back and helping out. Excellent defensive play by St Kilda.
Back to where we started at half-time. 19. Dalsano goes down. Guerra goes bang! Oh, and hits the post.
That was a great hit by Nick Dalsano. Under pressure to be able to get Guerra. Sensational play.
There's the Saints biscuit tin, Wolsey.
Yes, actually I was talking to that chap before the game. He had that old biscuit tin, it was 1930s, and he asked me if I could identify the players on it. What's that mean?
I'm not sure, but we know what that means. It's out of bounds on the full effectively. So it's a free kick to St Kilda, taken quickly into the pocket, and Goddard to line up for goal. And
Mooney, who we just saw, has been moved out of the area where it's hot at the moment. He's been put to the forward line, and in fact he's now being told come off, and we'll get Charlie Gardner on.
Saints have kicked 10 goals, 3 from set shots. Clark off the ground as well, just in the bottom of the picture there, so he's still being worked on, Xavier Clark. Goddard meantime to extend the Saints advantage. Getting tough now for the Cats. Great kick. There's your man kicking in, Wolsey, Josh Hunt.
Yes, well, you're entitled to one mistake every 5 years, Hutto.
Is that Josh a mistake or you?
Josh.
Mark Thompson now with some real concerns. So the margin out to 26 points. The biggest break of the game has been 28 points in the second term, so the task ahead of the Cats. McGough, Bartel, now Enright, and Hunt, who kicks out wide. A chance for Corey, and he marks on centre wing. Wants to get onto it quickly and does. Ling's loose. Chapman out in front of Peckett, but slipped over. Ottens with support. Well done, Ottens. He got the handball away. Bartel and Corey mucked it up between them. Bartel's still a chance, emerges somehow. Kick inside, attacking 50. Gardner's going to mark it. Well done.
Go back. And the Geelong supporters are going to be very irate.
Gee, they've had a couple of tough breaks, the Cats. No doubt about that today.
Chapman injured too.
As the kick comes to Ling.
Gee, he's got Ottens and King both back near the goal square. Two big fellas.
It'll be interesting to know how much playing time Riccardi's had, Rob.
Great kick from Ling to King.
Yeah, well, I think Chapman's coming off, Steve. If that's the case, Riccardi is probably the one who will take his spot.
Gee, that's a blow now. Hand off here to Hunt. Your man, Rob Walsh, from 55. He unloads, but he's offline.
Good play, because King probably couldn't kick the distance, so he gave it to Josh Hunt, and unfortunately not accurate there. This surface is treacherous.
The Saints away off half-back. Lenny Hayes. Raph Clark leads for him strongly. Milburn to apply the spoil, which he did effectively. At the back, Maguire. Well read by Milburn. Now Hunt's got to go to his left side. That's okay. Gardner back into trouble. Not so good. Hunt somehow emerges with it, just hacking it forward, not going anywhere. Baker. Brilliantly done by Baker. To McGough, who just treads some water, made it tough for Clark. Hayes goes in after it again. Baker. Ball really not going anywhere. Milburn took the mark and was nearly off. Through the middle, the Cats switch it here and they can really open it up. Got a man loose. Cameron Thurley didn't spot him. He might get him inside 50 now. He's just a bit late to see him. Bartel goes longer in the Ottens direction. One hand. Here's Thurley. Just couldn't get there. Burns might be able to. Interesting handball. James Kelly couldn't get the sidestep going. And the Saints pressure telling again. And now Maxie Hudson has to hit the hold button. Back to Del Santo, who puts it on the revolt, chest on the wing.
Well, I reckon it's been the difference, Rob. We've said it, the Saints tackling has been outstanding.
Oh, look, they're under pressure there in that back line. Again, superb. And Del Santo off the boot to set Riewoldt up. Now they can just settle things down for a few seconds.
8 marks to Riewoldt. He kicks long to half forward at the back ball. Chance now for Scarlett. Got some time. Uses Rook, who has to find a target here. It's a good kick out in front of Gardner. Gardner has to sit and wait, but he gets clear of Ackland. King, well done, around Clark. Now Enright again, who just bombs away to the top of the goal square. Ottens one out. Which way will it go? It'll go to Brad Ottens, and the Cat fans cheer as one.
And they had to get Ottens to the goal square. You cannot have Ottens out across half forward because he just lacks mobility. You can see when they put him just 20 metres from the goals, defenders, they panic, and Matty Maguire there, he was just caught underneath the ball and just knew that he didn't have the size or strength to go with Ottens. He infringed, and the free kick goes to the big man.
And it's a long kick to the square, Rob. That's the one that puts pressure on defenders.
18-8 now, the free kick count in favour of the Saints. That was Geelong's just their 8th free kick. Brad Ottens from 20 metres in front, going for goal number 3. Lovely action, comes in and misses.
Well, a couple of terrible misses in this quarter inside their forward 50. Obviously that one, David Johnson, another.
Kelly to try and spoil here, couldn't. McGough strong and playing a good game too, Mark McGough. His 17th possession to Hayes, who accelerates through the middle. Hits Frankie Peckett on the chest. Milburn watching ever carefully. Peckett turning onto his left, wanting to get it in to Voss and Riewoldt. Oh, classic Nick Riewoldt there. Splits the pack open, takes the mark, and will now go back to shoot for goal.
And Rob, it's interesting to note that Geelong went out and they had outriders on that kick-in, where early in the quarter they went one-on-one.
Yep.
And St Kilda just got that ball out of their fence very, very easy to get the ball up to Nick Riewoldt.
Lenny Hayes, kick-off half-back, just superb.
Going for his 3rd, Nick Riewoldt. And he kicks beautifully. What a contrast. No, in fact, apologies, is missed.
We just about write it in, Hutto, because when Ottens missed what he should have got, it nearly always ends up being a 2-goal turnaround.
I think Ottens is probably the happiest man on the ground.
Hunt drills it short to Ablett. Now Scarlett. Now Stephen King's free, but Scarlett hasn't seen him yet. That's what confronts Matthew Scarlett. And he wants a long lead. Eventually kicks towards Milburn, who gets to the front. Well played, Darren Milburn. Initially behind Peckett, gets on with it quickly. Shannon Burns has made position. Well done, good pressure from Thompson. No free kick there. Burns was held without it, no free kick. Thurley. Now a chance for Baker. Hunt up against the line. Is content just to take the tackle and be pushed over the line. So a boundary thrown between wing and half forward for the Saints.
Ken Kingsley's been moved out towards centre half forward. And that's a much better forward setup that the Cats have got. Ottens behind him in the goal square.
Half forward for the Cats. Milburn, 3rd man up, dumps it to attacking 50. Gardner running onto it. Peckett applying the pressure. Gardner's got to just prop and wait. And eventually, will there be a free kick here? Yes.
Well, you saw Peckett almost force the ball underneath him not to, so he couldn't release it. Smart play.
So unlucky there for Thurley, but another St Kilda free kick is Peckett. Handball out wide the ball. With plenty of space, Luke Ball, a couple of bounces. Now forced to just reassess. Looping handball into the path of McGough. Sweeps it out wide. Fiora back inside. Ball who kept running. Well done St Kilda, they're working it forward. Guerra in the pack, but at the back. Good mark taken by David Johnson.
Very good mark. He's got a couple of runners from behind and he'll look to dish off to here, but just held up, so he can't. So Now he might be forced to switch for a short one through the middle. There's Corey Enright bounding away. To centre half forward, Milburn over his head into Ottens again, one-on-one. Couldn't mark Milburn, surrounded by Saints. Was able to release the ball. Bartel wanting a free. Couldn't get one. Back to Milburn, back to Bartel. Can he conjure something? Oh, well-placed kick to Thurley.
Don't pencil this in. That was an excellent pass, but don't pencil it in until it's through.
What are you saying about the young man from Tasmania?
I'm just saying. No, I'm thinking Brad Ottens. I'm not thinking about the young man from Tasmania.
Well, Brad Ottens is not kicking it.
I know. If he gets this, it's 3 goals each for the quarter, and I would think that Geelong have to be within 3 goals at 3-quarter time.
Never in
to
doubt,
have a chance. No, good on him. First goal in AFL.
Cameron Thurley's first goal just gives the Cats again just that little bit of hope. It's back to 19, which was the margin at 3 at half-time.
Gee, it was well worked by Bartel. In a confined space, he was able to think his way through and deliver with great execution.
He didn't go to ground, kept his feet, was able to gather the ball.
So the margin as it was at half-time, deep into the third quarter. Can the Cats sneak another one here? Ablett, Enrod's been fantastic. Kelly now, in space, a casual bounce, and then just bangs it long to the goal square. Kingsley in good position here. He got rid of Fisher, now a chance for Gardner. Kingsley back in on top of it. Still a chance here, the Cats. Gardner tried to get it to King. Well done, Hayes. Now a chance for Riccardi. Bartel, Ablett, look out. Goddard tackled him well. Bartel in there again, and eventually a free kick. It's going Geelong's way. And the Cat fans.
And there's the G train.
Cheer as one.
Now, how did this end up? A Geelong free kick. Gee.
And Rob, Gary Ablett in the centre square bounces was instrumental in getting that centre break out.
There's your man, Woolsey.
Well, as I said, he doesn't miss much. Umpire Goldspink, so you've got to respect his opinion, Hutto.
Indeed.
So Jimmy Bartel here, a big opportunity. He must kick this. Bring the margin back to 13 points. From 30 metres, he pops it through. The margin back to 13 points here at the Dome. And Geelong are coming. They've worked their way back into this ball game. And a critical last couple of minutes of this third quarter.
Yes, starting to win a bit of the ball in the midfield. Gary Ablett Jr. in the middle of the ground. And some excitement in that Geelong coach's box.
And Mark Thompson's mixed up his midfield here at the centre bounce. There's young Ablett, the veteran Riccardi, and Joel Corey, who's having a ripper season.
Oh, Corey got cleaned off the line there. Riccardi gets him to half forward. King had to compete, he did, but he could. Oh, that's just got the kick away. Well done. And that enables the Saints to escape. Out to Goddard via Hayes. And now to half forward. Guerra's loose. And this is what Geelong could ill afford.
It's got Del Santo.
And he wanted to go. He wanted to go. And now he does. Poor kick, though. Turns it over. Corey caught one high. Umpire didn't see it. Play on was the call. Corey still seeing stars. That's twice he's been cleaned up in the last few minutes. Out on the full, the Riccardi kick.
Really important at the moment that Geelong hold on here. Wouldn't be too much longer to go in this third quarter.
2 minutes, Steve.
Yep. Well, they're 13 points down. They wouldn't want St Kilda to kick a goal here.
That was Maguire and Corey. Into the square, almost the grab. Harley's claiming it. And now we'll see a ball up.
Cool. This game's hot. Let's go back to that last centre bounce.
And watch Maguire. There he is.
Well, he got sandwiched, didn't he? Just in hard, the St Kilda players.
Scarlett defending, trying to get it across the line one way or the other. Milne takes it over.
Under 2 minutes left in the quarter.
Gee, it's a big last couple of minutes, boys.
It certainly is. Cats can't afford St Kilda to get a late goal here. Need to go into the final term with some momentum.
Both teams have won their last 3 quarters in games played. So no weaknesses there. I saw Geelong last week down at Skilled Stadium against the Western Bulldogs, and they really did rattle home in that final term.
Goal scoring opportunity here for the Saints. Ottens gets it down. Corey, kick, run down. Now a chance for El Santo. Roberts the handball. Clark, Hayes snaps around the body and is way offline. In fact, out on the full. Just tried to kick it a little bit too hard then, Lenny Hayes, and paid the price. The kick comes into Enright from Milburn. Enright, Geelong's leading possession winner. He's coming in for possession number 22, Rob. He's been fantastic.
Yeah, he just gives plenty of run and dash off that half-back line. Much improved player.
Long to the wing. Kazitsky props in front and marks strongly. Pressure coming from Corey. So the Saints, here they come again. Xavier Clark has been very good. Well done, Shannon Burns. Applied pressure. Clark was good enough to get out of it. Kick towards him, taking 50. Guerrero was taken home. No free kick. Ablett. Harley was cool under pressure. Now Riccardi set a task. Mill just pushed him off superbly at the right time. And then went to ground. He does that a fair bit. Great tackle. And that's got to be deliberate. It is. Free kick to the Cats at half-back.
And Riccardi will need to move it here.
He's got Ottens on the wing. That's his long option.
He's got Kelly short at half-back. You didn't see him.
I reckon Riccardi's experienced enough to know he's got to go long down the line.
Well, he does, but there's more Saints there than Cats. And Kazitsky takes the mark. So Geelong will be happy not to concede a goal here.
I reckon you're spot on, Hunter. I reckon the Cats would be happy to go in at 3/4 time, 13 points down.
It looks like they will. Goes short. And now Riccardi just has to be clean. Only seconds remaining. Siren sounds. So it's 3/4 time. It is the Saints leading, but the Cats could be coming.
Monday on the couch. After a stunning pre-season premiership, Carlton has re-emerged as a team to be reckoned with in 2005. And no one's been better for the Blues than gun midfielder Nick Stevens. Join Jared, Mike and Robert live and exclusive as they sit down with Carlton's running machine, Nick Stevens. On the couch, Monday, 8:30 Eastern.
You get more for your dollar at Bunnings Warehouse every day. 4-pack energy-saving globes, only $9.98. Assorted Azito tools, a low $29.95 each. Aluminium work platform, just $59. British 4-litre in-colour interior acrylic, great value at $49.80. 2-kilo lawn repair kit, only $9.98. HPM power boards, pack of 2, just $7.50. Combination spanners, $1 each.
Bunnings Warehouse.
Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Want real value from your cap? Get $230 worth of standard talk, text, voicemail and more for just $49. We didn't call it MaxiCap for nothing. So grab a red SIM and switch to Vodafone.
Goes to the goal square. It's on!
What have you guys got to say about the rumour you're prepared to swap Goodwin for Treadray?
That's absolutely true.
The official AFL collector cards are here. Get the advertiser every day for your card tokens and start collecting.
Wednesday on Oz Kicking Around.
Essendon young gun Kepler Bradley drops in for a chat.
We'll give you a special behind-the-scenes look at the Telstra Dome.
And don't miss one of the goals of the year on Oz Kick Rules.
That's Oz Kicking Around, Wednesday on Fox Footy Channel.
Last quarter then from the Telstra Dome. Can the Cats catch up or will the Saints go on to a fine victory? It's St Kilda that go forward first, but not for long.
Milburn in the way at half-back. Time to set up here for Darren Milburn. Casual bounce, decides to go long. Playfair one out on Clark. Couldn't get there, well done Clark. Raphael Clark taken by Ball.
Joel Corey's down in the middle in a heap.
Again.
Now Del Santo kicks out wide and a good mark taken by Kazitsky, who came of age in that third term. Handball was too slick for Fiora, who had his head ripped off. He'll get the free kick.
Gee, Joel Corey's been in the wars in this second half. That's the third time at the centre bounce. There he is. And just a good shoulder bump by Kazitsky.
Kick goes forward and Revolt has marked strongly in front of Harley. And this is the start the Cats didn't want. And Nick Revolt a chance here just to give this some breathing space.
Let's get to Andrew Marr for news on Paul Chapman.
Yeah, it's a right ankle, Hutto, as you saw when he came off. No idea how bad it's going to be. They'll just scan that during the week, but it's all bad news for him for the time being.
Corey okay as Revolt comes in from 45 metres and kicks and misses to the right. So perhaps a let-off there for the Cats. Margin out to 14 points. We've certainly got a ball game here at the Telstra Dome.
Gee, Nick Revolt, comeback game, 10 marks.
Turnover chance here for the Saints. Ball gets it away to Voss, who should go, but he's brilliantly tackled. It's still alive. Guerra, he's the danger man. Gets it back, Del Santo. He's, misses, hooks it. And you would have thought he would have put it through. He's missed the lot instead.
Wasn't my man Josh Hunt kicking in, I hope, Hutto? Don't think so.
Not sure, Rob. Might have been. Might well have been. Here's Scarlett with the ball from the out of bounds on the full. He goes for Stephen King. It'll drop short. And Kazitsky just putting it back into the danger area. Great tackle from Ling on Goddard. He held onto it for too long, though.
Just didn't need to do it, Cameron Ling. Ball had spilt free. Followed through with the tackle.
You know, Stephen King didn't put himself in a position to go for that mark. He was 80 metres off Scarlett when he kicked it. Kazitsky had a fly at it. It's a good tackle, but he went on with the tackle too long. Correct decision.
Milburn it was who did the kick in before Rob, by the way.
I knew it wouldn't have been Josh.
They're bringing your man on, Josh Hunt, now, Rob.
Here's Goddard's kick. He also is astray. Can someone take a grab deep? Almost. Rook deciding to send it through for a behind. So 15 points is the margin now. And Josh not quite in the picture as far as kicking it in. He might be kicked too if Milburn had been awake to him. He wasn't. So instead it's to Scarlett and now out to Burns on the wing.
And Burns marks on his chest comfortably in front of Thompson. Loose player on over the top is Corey, who's recovered very well from that heavy knock. Looping handball over the top to Harley. Good chase from Guerra, but Harley, the kick away. Slight slip there from Thurley, and well done by Fisher. He got a fist in and punched it over the line out of the grasp of Playfair. So a boundary thrown deep in Geelong's right forward pocket as we look at the inside 50s. Certainly dominated by the Saints. The Cats find themselves just 15 points adrift. Goal here would make it very interesting. Ottens, Kazitsky gets to the front, wins it. Nice little sidestep for umpire Goldspink, just flirting with the football, and we'll get a boundary throw in at half forward for Geelong. Early stages, final term.
Stephen King coming down to do the ruck work, and that sends Ottens back to the goal square.
Kazitsky again works to the front. Baker can't control it. Thompson well tackled by Corey. What's the umpire going to do here? Play on's the call. The ball eventually comes out. Hayes has got it. Now he calls for it. And for a fleeting moment, umpire Goldspink was going to call holding the ball. Just throws it up to get things moving. Kazitsky wins it and gains 25 metres and over. So another boundary thrown just the attacking side of the wing for the Cats. Very tight all day. Saints by 7 points at quarter time, by 19 at the long break, and by 13 at three-quarter time. They lead it currently by 15. Corey takes on Clark and is well tackled. Another bounce.
Nick Revolt, who's pushed well up to centre half forward. Kane Ackland back in the goal square, and Goddard between Revolt and Ackland.
Cats kicked the first 3 goals of the game. You saw that was when they were in front. Since then, St Kilda haven't been headed. Thompson couldn't get a really effective handball. Clark got rid of it just in time to Ball. And again, just in time back to Clark, who strides away and gives Ackland a good one-on-one chance, and he almost pulled it down. Cats with the numbers. Mooney, hospital handball. Scarlett good enough to escape the clutches, and now strides away and sends defence suddenly into attack. The first hammer Thurley delivers well for the rampaging Kingsley, who takes the mark, leading up the ground. He's got Ottens in the square, he's got Hunt. Here's the little give. Will he give it? Will he give it? Yes, he does. Sets it up to the top of the square. Can someone take a mark? Thompson almost did. Ball composed. Hayes, well played Saints. But for how long? Joel Corey got a tough bounce. Kazitsky goes to ground. He's over the top of it here. He was being tackled by his own teammate there in Andrew Thompson.
Gee, he was lucky there, I reckon, Justin Kaczynski. He was very lucky not to be penalised.
And then it's Brett Voss who went to tackle Scarlett, but Scarlett was able to break through.
Kaczynski doing the ruck work. It's back in the danger area. Was that a high tackle? It was. Sliding tackle, frustrated Goddard. And it's going to be young Cameron Thurley to climb to his feet.
I reckon the kid got that, Hutto, because of his desperation. Absolutely threw himself at a loose ball. You see him coming there, threw himself, and just got caught across the shoulder.
He's an interesting case. He was a reasonably high pick in the draft in 2003, number 22 overall. He's played some 80 games in the VFL, 23 years of age, and making his debut today. He's got one. Can he kick his second? Oh, there's no doubt about it. He can, and he has. Nine points into the Telstra Dome, and now we have a ball game.
And the beauty of this, Rob, is that he gets in nice and low, gets the free kick, but more importantly, he goes back with a bit of purpose and puts it through.
Yes, a great kick under pressure from Cameron Thurley. And the Cat fans lapping it up at the Dome. Cats have got the last three. They're coming hard at St Kilda.
Milburn on. Milled on. He's been on and off the ground all game, Stephen Mill. Dangerous player when he's there. Josh Hunt has the job.
Now, free kick for a palm off here against Stephen King. Kaczynski with the free handball to Peckett. Peckett directs traffic out wide. Revolt on a long lead. Oh, there was pressure from Harley. Mill in the crumb. Hard up against the line. Does the right thing. Centres it to centre half forward. Getting back with pace is Shannon Burns. He marks at half back. Ablett runs for him. He kicks it in his direction. He's got to beat a couple here. Gary Ablett takes Kaczynski on. Escaped the grass. Well played, Gary Ablett. Now Kelly dropping back as marked. And Geelong fans are coming alive at the Telstra Dome. Lings in short is an option. Enright running hard for him. He kicks it Enright's direction. He doesn't get there. Corey Enright hard up against the line. Oh, in the goal square. Milburn can turn and kick a goal. He elects to go back.
Where did he come from?
I don't know. He jumped out of the ground, Rob.
He ran all the way down. It was a great run from Milburn.
He's been playing half-back, Hutto.
Yep.
He has run 130 metres to get there, but the run of Gary Ablett on the wing was the thing that set it up.
Milburn pops it through. The margin, just 3 points at the Telstra Dome. So Darren Milburn here, the ran from half back, Rob, or he was hiding behind the goalpost.
Yes, and just at the moment, the Saints are in a bit of trouble. I think it's Ackland coming off the ground. Kaczynski's coming off the ground, and Ackland has gone into the ruck.
This could be terrible news for Justin Kaczynski. He's come off and kicked the bench. It looks like, I don't want to be too alarmist, but it could be, no, it's going to be the hamstring, I think, not the knee. He pointed at the knee, which looked like it might have been terrible news to begin with.
I reckon he did the hamstring trying to catch Gary Ablett on the outer wing.
3 points the difference at the Telstra Dome. King down to Ling. And the Cats break from the middle. Burns over the top. Cameron Thurley could kick his third. Instead he goes for Ottens. And Ottens deflects it. He had the cross going, but he had no one there to strike it into the back of the net. 2 points the difference.
Thurley could have gone an extra 10 metres, had a bounce and just settled himself. But hey, don't criticise the kid. It's his first game of AFL. He's kicked a couple.
It's a poor kick.
Xavier Clark kicks to a nest of Geelong players. Burns tried to do it all himself. Should have got the first option away to play fair by a hand. And St Kilda do pretty well to tie it up. Point of the square at left half back.
That effort by Kaczynski, and it was a super effort by a big man on the smaller Gary Ablett. That was the effort that tore the string.
I don't know whether it's actually a tear, Wolsey. He's up and about. He's maybe not as bad as he previously thought.
Ling kicks to the top of the goal square. Kingsley at the back. Where are the Crummers? Ball's there, tries to crash through. Bartel can't. Xavier Clark going one way. Cool under pressure. Got the handball to Theora. He escaped the Bartel tackle. Back to Clark. Now Clark with time at halfback. Or has he? He chips out wide poorly. Goddard stepped over. Mark taken by Scarlett. That's 50 metres.
Has to be 50.
Oh, gee, he was lucky.
Goldspig on the job. It's okay.
Well, he wasn't in the marking contest, and he held him up.
He was trying to sneak around, though.
Scarlett inside attacking 50. Ball to the back. Chance for Kingsley. Playfair can take it and kick a goal. The Cats are in front. Unbelievable stuff here at the Telstra Dome. Geelong have kicked 3 goals in this final term. The last 2 of the third quarter, and they're in front.
Well, unbelievable play. Not too sure whether it was a quick handball or a tap on here.
By Kingsley.
Yeah, we see the ball come over the back.
Oh, it was a throw.
He threw it.
It was a throw. It was a beautifully disguised throw, though.
Have a look at it. There you are. It was smart play by Kent Kingsley to get the front spot and hold it. He just made sure that the St Kilda defender couldn't get a fist on it to push it away. So well done by Kent Kingsley, even though I think in the end he threw it.
Yeah, I wonder if it goes down as a handball or not in the book. It goes down as a goal, that's for sure, and the Cats have got the momentum. They're streaming forward. Ling off the right boot. Long and strong to the square. Playfair at the back. Ottens at the front. Kelly off the ground. No. Good defence. And the Saints standing up. Fisher. 5 points the difference. Cats fans in full voice at the Telstra Dome.
They haven't been for a long while, have they? They've come good.
Well, actually, they've been in voice for much of the afternoon, Rob, but they've been yelling, I think, at the umpires for much of it. Now they're actually yelling for their team. As Clark goes to Clark. And he runs his full measure before kicking the ball. Ablett maybe straight onto the shoulder. Play on was the call. Lots of close quarters requiring some good tough footy. Luke falls right up to it. Gets it off. McGough. Oh, he just fractionally overcooked it. And now Enright from Mooney can go to Burns. The loose man is on for the Cats. Burns, full stride over the top to Enright. Just too far out to score, so he gets it in quick. Fisher and Ottens. Kingsley it is. Kingsley takes the mark. And he can put the Cats further ahead.
Well, it's opened up for the Cats, Michael. You just see that the St Kilda side has to chase the Cats. They're running and tackling and chasing, but the momentum has swung.
And what we're seeing is the impact of the reduced interchange bench, I reckon, just with some of the tightness with the St Kilda midfield.
Absolutely, and the Geelong player in the midfield, young Shannon Burns, his quickness and freshness is standing out.
And you can mark that one down, Rob. It's right through the middle. Out to 11 now as we get to the halfway stage of the last quarter.
And here's Shannon Burns, bench player, but he's quick, he's sharp, he's got an accurate left foot. And he sets that up, and you can see Fisher, he knows he's in trouble. Had it not been paid a mark, it may well have been a free kick.
Yeah, there's Kent Kingsley. Here's the mark. Fantastic one-on-one contest in the goal square. It's all bad news for the Saints, confirming that Wolsey, it is the right hamstring of Justin Kazitsky. It is gone.
Thanks, Andy. Well, the margin 11 points. What a challenge here for St Kilda. Just halfway through the final quarter, so plenty of time. Milburn, free kick.
King jumped into him. Eyes off the football.
Ackland now. Can the Saints respond? They've been in control for most of the afternoon. Ball. He's got a player out wide. Decides to kick longer than that towards Guerra. Good pressure from Rook. He tracks it to the line. Need to keep your feet here. Spills to Ablett. He's got some pace. Chips it further afield. Stephen King's run hard. He's got it from the city wing. Chips it further afield. Thurley's been good in his second half. Game number 1, he's kicked a couple. Long towards full forward. Gee, that was a poor kick. He kicked it out on the full. Can't afford to do that. Must give your forward some sort of chance. And then he blazed away. And the free kick to the Saints.
Lenny Hayes trying to dig deep. The former captain. Out wide, wasn't a great kick. Just cleared the desperate lunge though from Enright. Goddard there sweeping through with Clark. Trying to give them some run. Giving them some dash off the wing. He's a little disorientated though. He's gone. Oh, well, he got clear of the umpire's seat and got it away. Cats win the ball anyway. Kelly just bombs. Not much there for them. Clark with the spoil. Oh, not much there. Milburn took the mark.
It looked like a Raphael Clark mark or spoil, and Milburn has bobbed up again in the forward 50.
Well, he has, Rob. Just on the last 3 or 4 occasions, St Kilda's gone forward. They've fallen down across their half-forward line. The ball has rebounded straight back into Geelong's forward 50.
And McGough coming off, Stephen Milne coming on again.
Darren Milburn's had a slashing game. 24 possessions, coming in for his 3rd goal. It's a cat avalanche at the moment at the Telstra Dome.
And there's the Milburn mark. And quite incredibly, the Cats have kicked the last 7 goals.
And Rob, St Kilda have only got 1 spare player on their bench.
Yes, they are absolutely depleted there. They lost Ozzie Jones very early in the game, then Robert Harvey before half-time, and now Kazitsky.
To Ling. Handball in hope towards half-court. Enright did very well. Couldn't quite beat Goddard on the one-on-one. Ball gets a good shepherd from Del Santo. And Luke ball's away. Kick towards half-court. Milne at the back for Europe. Couldn't hold on. Chance for Milne hard up against the line. Can't control it. And we'll get a boundary throw-in.
Tell you what, Luke Ball is trying to lift this team. He's been one shining light in this last quarter.
And there's Nick Revolt just had the 1 touch in this final quarter. Not his fault, they haven't had it down there.
Ball to the back. Fiora couldn't control it. Now Kelly, good handball. Milburn again. Hacks it forward towards half forward. Oh, almost Riccardi. Couldn't hold on. Ablett knocks to his own advantage. Confronted by Goddard, slipped the handball cleverly to Riccardi, who bangs towards full forward. Kingsley, Playfair in front almost. The mark taken by Fisher. Raphael Clark under pressure. Still a chance here for the Cats. They're applying extreme pressure. Maguire can't get it clear. And eventually the umpire calls for it at the top of the goal square.
And Rob, I really like the way Geelong have gone long to the goal square. They've done it on 3 or 4 occasions this quarter, and they've got results out of it.
Well, they've got the big targets down there. Brad Ottens, who really works hard at ground level there. Ken Kingsley, he gives a contest in the air, and Henry Playfair. And Milburn dropping down as well, so there's 4 of them.
Ackland gets it down to Clark as he pushed in the back. Ball still in dispute. Umpire forced to call for it again. 24 minutes into the 3rd quarter. The Saints led by 25 points. Since then, Geelong have kicked 7 unanswered goals to really blow this game open. And another goal-scoring opportunity here for Geelong. Raphael Clark in from the side. Oh, Thurley tried to stop it before it went over. He did successfully, but then was taken over the line. So a boundary throwing deep in the right forward pocket for Geelong.
And all the numbers down there in the Geelong forward line. That's the St Kilda forward line. The only 2 players in picture are Cam Mooney
and Brett Voss.
And Brett Voss, thanks, Hunter. I couldn't pick it.
Otten's in front, trying to farm it down. Can someone get a boot to ball? They can. It's Ackland. Not much there for the Saints, unless Revolt. Oh, just a bit of hesitation there for Corey. He does well, though, because he had great support. Harley just bombs away again to the square. Otten's 3rd in line, couldn't take it. Maybe Ablett! Oh, Gary Ablett! That might be it. That might just about be it for this young Cats. Ablett kicks the goal, and the margin out to 23.
Well, have a look at the long bomb to the top of the square, and Gary Ablett Jr. The crumbing was sensational. The kick underneath the arms Great goal.
Smart, wasn't it, Steve? You called it so well. He knew if he had kicked it normally, it may have got smothered. He has put that underneath Clark's attempted smothered to make sure it can get touched. And Kazitsky in picture is just devastated. He's probably thinking, I'm out of this game for at least the next 3 weeks.
Remarkable stuff from Gary Ablett. Surely it's beyond the Saints now. Del Santo fighting hard. Play-on's the call. Good hit on him. The Cats tied up.
It's very similar to what I saw last week down there at Skilled Stadium. They hung in for 3 quarters, Geelong, and then they just rattled home in that last term. And once they get a sniff, they are hard at it.
Rob, we talk about St Kilda and the injuries they've got. Only Ball and Xavier Clark had 2 more possessions.
Here's a chance for Milne. He runs to 30. Drop punt. It's along the ground, but it's through. So Steve Milne kicks a goal for the Saints and perhaps gives them some hope. The margin back to 17 points.
And yes, great goal by Stevie Milne, but it's just amazing to think that only Luke Ball and Xavier Clark have had 2 or more possessions in this last quarter.
What they wouldn't do for Fraser Gehry, who's averaged 5.5 goals a game at the Telstra Dome since he's been the Saints' key forward in the last 2 years. They've really missed him, of course, along with Aaron Hamill, and they're without some stars on the bench. Cats get it forward through King, up to Riccardi. Now, in his heyday, he'd just about be able to make it from here. He launches to the top of the square, going for Ottens, couldn't take it. Kelly got time on his side, seizes the moment. Checkmate.
And isn't this beautiful? Kick to the top of the square, nice and predictable. Ottens contest, and it's Kelly that is able to crumb and goal. Pretty simple.
And effective, Steve. Good old-fashioned footy. And James Kelly mixing it between forward pocket. And the last 17 minutes, have a look at that, almost twice as many of everything. Geelong, they've just dominated. And there you see Rook's gone into the back line, but that frees Scarlett up. They've got an extra man in defence now, Geelong. And that is Matty Scarlett, and he just excels in that role.
7 goals to 1 in that period we've just been looking at.
Thurley can't get a handball clear. Baker to Ball. Saint towards half-forward. Greer out in front. Can he control it? The back, Scarlett overruns it. Greer got back in there, but the Cats have got the numbers. Scarlett with a 3-on-1.
You can't let Scarlett go by himself. He's too good.
Handball to Rook.
And once again, the Saints falling down across their half-forward line, really missing Aaron Hamill.
And the kick from Rook was okay. Got to Ling, who kicks across the ground. Harley. Still 5 minutes of actual game time left. There's Harley.
Well, they're just going to
play. Hunt.
You cannot let Scarlett go by himself. This is his 8th disposal in the last quarter. And they are just playing ring-a-ring-a-rosy now, winding the clock down. No good St Kilda supporters booing. What the St Kilda coach has got to do is get his players to go one-on-one.
Well, Fiora hasn't got a man in their back half. He needs to pick up.
Now, they are booing and they are not happy, but Geelong's happy because the clock is running down and they are in front.
And now they've got one-on-one.
Ablett still inside defence of 50, just running the clock down. He kicks to the lead of Corey. It's okay.
Joel Corey is a very important player in this team. What we've seen today, he hasn't played exceptionally well, but he's been exceptionally tough.
Yeah. Corey, dangerous kick to Playfair. Thompson was able to get there with the fist. Peckett now. Here's a chance for the Saints. Maguire at half forward. Ackland, Ball, possession number 12 coming up for Luke Ball in this final term. He runs to 45. Kick a goal, Luke, with the left boot. He wobbles it through. No, Scarlett right on the line.
It was a tight kick, wasn't it, Red?
It was.
Well, he's a tight midfield because their midfield is short and have been for the best part of a half a game or more. Matty Scarlett is still by himself.
So again, we're going to see the kick to kick, although that could be a turnover. Well taken by Stephen Milne. Not a great kick though. Ball takes the mark and gets it to Guerra. Hunt to spoil. He did that effectively. Pickett. Now Revolt couldn't take it. Ling on the last line. And the Cats to hang on to it and move it out to Shannon Burns, who's had a great second half. He's having a terrific season after coming up off the rookie list. Gardner, who's been quiet today.
They will just play keepings off the Cats.
They've got numbers free.
Ling, dangerous kick, but it's okay. Scarlett.
This is his 11th last quarter disposal. That's a record for a fullback, and I'm sitting next to the fullback of the century. I don't reckon, Steve, you ever got 11 in a quarter, did you?
I struggled to get it in half a season.
5 marks for Scarlett as well to go with the 11 possessions.
Mind you, they're all uncontested.
They are indeed. Bartel to Ling. So the Cats happy to wind the clock down.
Geez, Rob, you look back at that vision at three-quarter time with the St Kilda boys getting the rub.
It was telling, wasn't it?
Ling now plays on. Kicks long towards half forward. In from the side on Wilburn. What a player he's been today. He's been absolutely outstanding. Chips it over the top. Cameron Mooney on the end of it. And Cam Mooney.
He'd love to kick a goal.
He would, wouldn't he?
He'd love to kick a goal to play back to his coach. But he knows he let the coach down in that third quarter.
So the margin is 23 points.
I think he kissed the football then for luck.
He comes in from just inside 50. It's a long kick. It's a straight kick. It hit the post. Reserved Geelong box, but they would be elated with this team's performance after being down by 4.5 goals deep into the third quarter to come back the way they did. They're behind only there, so the margin an even 4 goals. Del Santo ball, possession number 13 for the quarter. Long towards Revolt, who marks. Up in the midfield, though. And they've really missed Hamill and Gehrig today. There's no question about that. Guerra. Revolt runs on. Kick out wide, and that's indirect. They need to be more direct than that if they're going to steal an unlikely victory. Pressure from Guerra on Harley. Boundary throw-in.
You're 4 goals down and maybe only a couple of minutes left on the clock. You can't be wasting it like that.
So a boundary throw-in, attacking side of the wing for St Kilda. Milburn gets the quick handball away to Burns. Bartel, now Ablett, who's done some very good things in the midfield after half-time. Kick towards half-forward. Clark almost in front. Riccardi, looping handball, missed the mark, but Burns was good enough to gather. Enright, well done, Goddard, got a hand in there. Well played, Brendan Goddard, got it to Clark. Hurried kick, is going to be okay because there's a couple there for St Kilda. Hayes, back inside with the handball to Fiora, and he kicks, well, poorly in the end. In fact, Johnson sported from Mooney, but the numbers are there for the Cats, although Milne was able to chip in. Handball to Guerra, now Voss, around David Johnson. Voss from 50, chips it into the pocket, and there's a couple to choose from. And Luke Ball.
Baker.
In fact, it's Baker, is it?
I think it's Stephen Baker.
And Baker's got an opportunity.
Pushed down there.
Yeah, well, they had to chip it around, didn't they, Rob? They've lost a bit of structure in their forward line.
And there it is, as Stephen Baker kicks from goal from 30 metres. What's he done? It doesn't matter. He's kicked the goal for St Kilda. So the margin at the end of all that, just 18 points. But a magnificent victory by Geelong here at the Telstra Dome after they really looked up against it for most of the day. Disappointment there. Injured players really had an impact, but it was a great comeback, Steve, by the Cats.
The 2005 Toyota AFL Premiership season. Proudly brought to you by Tooheys New. It's all good. Harvey Norman, there's a store near you. Jim Beam, stay true. Bunnings Warehouse. and Toyota, supporting the 2005 AFL Premiership season. Coming up at 8:30 Eastern, Foxtel and Ozstar digital subscribers can see this week's fully interactive Fox Footy Active game replay.
For those of you with digital, press red now.
Simply press red on your digital remote when the red icon appears on your screen and you'll go active.